Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is early as hell, so welcome to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the planet. I am, of course, one of your three hosts himself, Odin's greatest creation, the gift to this generation, Mr. Perfection himself, Lakota Carter, and I'm here joined again by Eddie Kingston, and I'm surprised he's even up because he was on Collision Thursday and had that big old Thanksgiving feast on the same day. And then of course, he's got a big match coming up pretty soon. Winner is coming against John, or not John Moxley. I almost said John Moxley against Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship, which we hope he wins, but we all know he isn't going to. But
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one, dude.
I'm here once again with Mr. Eddie Kingston himself, John, and I got Mr. Magic, fingers rolled up like it's Christmas morning and it's negative 42 degrees.
Yeah, it's only about 42 in my house right now, so yeah, it's a little chilly
Brother,
over here.
it's cold. It's probably I'd say it's every bit of almost 30 degrees in here. So luckily I have a heater right under my desk, so it's just all coming directly onto me. So today we are here to I guess we can cover the week in this episode too. That way we'll knock two things out at once because nothing really happened big um on any show. Um But I think before we get to Survivor Series, I think we have to talk about Monday
Yeah, we got to talk about Monday.
and what happened on Monday and what could possibly be the best moment of all time. Um, holy,
The whole this is Sparta, the kick for from Dominic Guerrero to Little Cena. That was epic.
yeah! Shout out to Psycho man from Micro Wrestling. I didn't realize who it was at first, and then when he started talking, I popped so hard because I'm a big Micro Wrestling fan, and I've watched their TV show on TLC that went through like everything that they do in their daily lives and how they became wrestlers. So I popped super hard for that guy because he's been wrestling for over 10 years. And for him to get that opportunity to be in the ring with somebody like Dominic Mysterio and to portray one of his childhood heroes in John Cena, because the dude's not that old, although he looks like he's 46. But um, what a moment for him, and I was so proud of him. Man,
Yeah, he did a
Dominic,
hell of a job.
dude, Dominic is just fucking brilliant. Like every time this dude picks up a microphone or does anything in terms of comedic timing, or I don't know where he gets it. I mean, it might be his biological father. I don't know where he gets it, but this dude's timing and his comedic feel to him is just perfect. And this only works with one person, and that is Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
If anybody else would have went out there and did that, it would have looked stupid as shit. But because it was Dominic Mysterio, it made us laugh, and he did a hell of a job. Um, yeah, like that
it was
Monday.
perfect timing for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, Monday was crazy. So, John, I'll start with you, man. What do you think about Raw and how you feel about kicking midgets?
Man, that was just brutal. I mean, I couldn't kick a midget, no way. Um,
Shit, you give me $1 million, I kick a midget down a flight of steps.
what's the difference if you're offering $1 million? You're offering $1 million, I'm gonna kick a shit out of them. Yeah, Raw was all right. They kind of killed it. Like I guess Netflix is on a backlash because they cut off the ending to Raw, so we really didn't see the whole finish to the brawl that happened at the end.
They did that shit on
Um,
purpose.
yeah, I remember USA used to do that shit way back in the day.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, like you said, nothing really super big happened. I mean, I enjoyed the whole Dominic Mysterio skit. That was great. Do I think he's gonna win? I just don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, they are in San Diego, so let me backtrack on that. There's a good chance he beats John Cena with the help of Liv Morgan tonight. So I could see it happening, man. I don't know. He's in his hometown, So
I just don't see Liv coming back until the Rumble. I mean, I don't. I think this is the year Liv wins the Rumble. So I mean, why bring her back now?
I can see two different possibilities. Either Dom wins tonight with the help of Liv,
mhm.
or Ray comes out because Dom's pulling some shady shit, and Ray helps Cena retain the title. But then right after, there ends up because the matches, the card itself is very slim tonight. Once again,
Yeah, you
they're
got 4 matches, I believe.
yeah, there's only 4. So right after the match, they run it back, and it's John versus Ray for the IC title, and then Ray wins the title
Yeah.
as a extra FU to Dom,
And then that sets up Dom
and that sets
versus
up Dom versus Ray.
Ray. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, definitely. Of course, the men. Let's talk about the men in the main event. Of course, um, before I get to the match, the funniest botch I think I have ever
Oh,
fucking seen happen.
Man, that went all over the internet. The entire
How how could it not? Like, okay, I just gotta address that before I address the main event and what happened. Holy, like,
dude. I don't know if like the pyro went off at the exact wrong time and it just startled him, or if he stepped on something slippery, or
so here's the thing with that. So I'm a big Logan Paul guy, right? So I watch his vlogs every Wednesday. And he tweeted right after that. He was like, I almost fell, Drew almost fell, and Brock did fall.
so
So
there was something on the floor.
yeah, apparently it was a slippery ramp, but that don't take away. Here's this big ass, your badass guy that's supposed to come in and be this unstoppable monster
And the floor slips him up
and just bust his ass. And tell me why every time Brock botches, he becomes the most relatable babyface in the business.
because he really is that kind of guy in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. And it's funny because I saw people online critiquing him for that. Like, oh, he didn't stay in character. You can't stay in character after something like that.
Unless
You got
somehow he was able to all of a sudden destroy that part of the floor
Yep.
and then just, like tear it up and start biting it and just chewing on it as he's coming to the ring.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. He had the best type of reaction possible to it.
Yeah.
And the show goes on.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And the fact that he literally falls and Paul Heyman, if you watch the clip in slow motion,
The fact he broke character the way he did was just epic.
He sees Brock falling and goes, you can hear him. Like, if you slow it down and you people are close, you get that close angle, you can hear Paul go, oh God.
Well, the funny part was after he got up, what was the first thing he did? He smiled and he threw his fucking cowboy hat on Braun Breaker. I thought that was priceless.
Yeah.
And the look on Breaker's face was like, oh my God, what are you doing?
Oh my God, what are we doing? We're supposed to be badass heels here.
No, I'll tell you what's funny. Going back, Dakota said that was probably the most funniest botch ever. I think it's got to be tied with the year that Titus O'Neil slipped under the ring at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, that was priceless.
Right
That's up there. I actually have a Titus World Slide shirt in my closet from one of my wrestle crates that year. But yeah, man, I just thought it was hilarious, and the fact that there were so many details. If you let Brock Lesnar be Brock Lesnar is one of the best guys to have on your show. Yeah. Because number one, he's fucking hilarious in real life. If you've ever heard an interview or have ever seen Brock in UFC, one of his post-fight interviews, nobody can beat Brock's comedic timing. So there was another detail I want to talk about here.
Oh my God.
Is, they're all standing at the ring. He's looking at Logan Paul like, yeah, let's fucking go. That's exactly what he says. He's like, yeah, let's fucking go. So Logan charges, and all the heels other than Logan just stop mid-run and stop and just stand there. and Logan gets his ass beat, and they're all just standing there like, "Ooh." And he was like, "I don't know what happened." Like on his video, it was funny. He was like, "I don't know what happened. I heard 'let's go,' and then I guess not miscommunication, and I guess something happened." He was like, "And I took everybody's finisher, and I'm mad about it." Another thing I want to touch on before we talk about the advantage match. Do you guys remember last week when we were laughing at Logan Paul for writing his promo on his hand?
Mm-hmm.
He worked us all, ladies and gentlemen. They worked us all. In his video that week, you can clearly tell he's like, "I don't know what people are talking about. All this is bullshit." And he had Vision is the future. Number two, CM Punk sucks. Logan Paul is better than Roman Reigns, and Drink Prime on his hand. He fooled us all, and Paul Heyman's the one that told him to do it.
Mm.
So kudos to Paul. I thought that was brilliant. As going back and looking at that clip, I didn't see him directly look at it and then scratch his ear. So when I saw him directly look at it, I was like, yeah, that's probably some bullshit.
Mm.
But let's talk about this advantage match. We know that at least the heels on the men's side always get the advantage, which means there will always be one more person in the ring at a time than the babyface team. They'll always be at a disadvantage. And I thought this was fine. I thought it was okay. I thought it was very predictable, like it is every year. Um, it didn't blow me away. It didn't holy, nothing really happened. But Drew, I'll go to you. How do you feel about the heels getting the advantage? And are you excited about this War Games match?
I'm excited, but I'm just curious as to where the story goes afterwards. Because over the last few years, we've kind of been spoiled to a surprise return or something, either at this event or the Monday Night Raw afterwards. And I'm not sure if it's just a anticipation of similar events or just how this proceeds to Rumble.
Yeah.
Because really the only thing we have after this is Cena's final match, a few weeks to pick our tears up and our broken hearts, and then Rumble. But
Yep.
how are they going to build the story from War Games main event and then set up a good enough story into Rumble?
Yeah.
So
I think that's the concern with all of us. And John, I'll go to you now. Is that a concern that you have, or do you just not give a shit? Like, because I think that's all a concern we have is where, number one, I think when Cena retires, half of WWE's viewership is going to jump ship and go over to AEW because AEW is I'm saying that right now, the best wrestling company in the world.
Yeah, AEW right now. Their wrestling. I mean, their wrestling is like 100 times better. If you want entertainment, WWE's where to go. But the wrestling aspect, AEW's got it.
Yeah, they're the best wrestling company in the world right now.
yeah.
So
Now where they go after War Games, I really don't know. I don't know. Who is going to be next in line for Cody? Who's going to be next in line for Punk? I don't know. I have a feeling that there is going to be a turn of some sort in that War Games match. Who, I don't know. I think we're going to get a return. Who, I don't know. I'm excited to see what goes on, but yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. Once Cena leaves, I just have a feeling WWE is going to lose a lot of fans.
now I know that's going to concern some people because a lot of people say that me and Andrew ride AEW's dick too much. But if you're a wrestling fan and you're not watching AEW, you can't call yourself a wrestling fan. You just can't. You can call yourself a part timer. For those of you who have been saying, "Oh, all you guys do is glaze up Osprey and these indie marks," no, we know professional wrestling, and we don't just stick in one bubble like have few internet marks that do, and then think they know the business. But like you said, John, I think they're going to lose a core part of their membership, viewership. They won't lose it with me because I have a job to do, but
Right.
they are going to lose a big fucking chunk. Now, will the Rumble bring those people back? Yeah, because people that don't even watch wrestling yearly or weekly, they always tune in for two shows, and that's Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. So that'll be a big viewer spike for them, and Mania will be a big viewer spike for them. But with what AEW and hell, even AAA has been doing lately, WWE is, for the first time in a long time, third on the totem pole when it comes to wrestling. You have TNA, which is doing fucking brilliant stuff right now. You have AEW, who is just mind-bogglingly better, and I don't, I don't get how you can take this company that started 5 years ago, 6 years ago at this point, and they're brilliant. I don't know, and it's not Tony Khan because Tony Khan's an idiot. I love you, Tony, but you're a fucking idiot.
True.
Whoever they have booking their shows, pay them a Christmas bonus, do something because holy crap. Like, I just can't say it enough with the whole Swerve thing and Swerve looking like he ate himself before he came back. He looked like he ate his former self and just bulked up. So I'm kind of scared for the future of WWE and their viewership. But let's go ahead. And of course, I'm just going to brush over the women babyface team won the advantage on SmackDown. The Miz was the filler opponent for LA Knight. Of course, LA Knight, I believe, would win that, which who gives a shit?
Yep.
Um,
Jey Uso beat Rusev.
and Jey Uso beat Rusev to advance. So now it is Solo versus Gunther and Knight versus Jay, which
Honestly, can we just have a fatal four-way and then that just be who wins and gets the chance to see Cena
that's the way I would book it. But you know how WWE
and put it in a
is.
steel cage?
Or do an Iron Survivor on the main roster. Take an idea that works from NXT and do a fucking Iron Survivor match, and the winner of that match faces John Cena at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping they go with the youngest, which would be Solo
They're now
at
picking
this point.
So Solo's not winning the tournament. Solo is not winning. Knight's not winning.
And then, I mean, really, if you look at it, then it's just going to be
Fucking
another repeat of Jay versus Gunther.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Honestly, I'm tired of seeing that match again already.
Yeah.
I think they should go with Knight. I mean, if they're not going to pull the trigger about putting the world heavyweight or the WWE title, go ahead and give him the IC.
That I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean,
But-
out of the four that are remaining, give it tonight.
I can see where y'all are coming.
I would rather see that.
I can see where you're coming from. But like I said, to me, and a lot of people say I glaze him up too much. I don't give a shit. I love professional wrestling. For me, the person does it make sense? Do I want to see it? Fuck no. But it makes the most sense for me is Gunther. Because here's this guy who's coming back from this nose surgery, who lost his belt to CM Punk. He needs something fresh. He doesn't just need a music change. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't just need that. So why not give him the distinction of being this age as Brock Lesnar when he broke the streak? Saying, you know what? I might have lost. I might have lost my title to CM Punk, but I came back and I retired your hero.
Yeah.
So to me, the only guy that makes sense, number one, Jey Uso doesn't make any fucking sense because he's
Right.
always better as a tag guy. Let's be honest. His comedic timing,
Yep.
his promos, his in-ring work is always better
Yeah,
than
we'll agree with you there.
when Jimmy is right there with him. Solo could be an option, but like we said, we're all just thinking about the IC title at this point. I keep hearing people say, "Oh, just give Knight or give the IC title." Who's to say Cena doesn't lose it tonight? So that's not even a factor. We're thinking about a person who, number one, is believable enough to beat John Cena in his final match, and the only person in this bracket that is believable enough to beat John Cena in his final match is Gunther. Solo would be a good option if he was a bigger main event guy and not just a mid card tag guy.
Well, don't forget, Solo has beaten Cena once.
Yeah,
He's the only one. He's the only one there that's beaten Cena.
yeah, and you do got a point there. So maybe they run that back. I don't see them caring about that because that happened fucking what feels like ages ago, even though it wasn't that long ago.
Two years ago, I think it was.
Yeah, about 2 years ago. Um, then you have LA Knight, who honestly, like I told you, Drew, I could care less. Like if he was to be released tomorrow, I would say good for that guy. Now
Right.
either go to AEW or go back to Impact. Um, and it's not his fault. He's great. He's wonderful. But there comes a point when somebody interjects themselves. Like he just feels like, for instance, do you guys remember the 2020 Royal Rumble, that Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah.
Can someone tell me why it felt like he was just fucking shoved in there? Like every man, other
Because
than
he was.
when he was red hot, which was what 2022 to 2023, right?
Right.
Every single main event match that he's been put in, it's just felt like, oh, we forgot about you. Let's just shove you in here. Get him the fuck off my TV screen. If you're not going to use him and make him be a believable fucking main event guy, which he has the potential to be if he would try to quit being Rock and Austin mixed into one and just be his
Right.
fucking self, then shit. Get him the
But,
fuck off my TV screen. Put him in
but you
Triple
made a
H.
point. You made a point last week as well, though. Turn him heel.
Yes.
Maybe that could be the villain role he needs, though, is defeating Cena.
And people are going to say, well, what about the catchphrase? You're going to get rid of the yeah. No, he has a heel catchphrase. If you watch TNA, he used to call people dummy all the time. There's your heel, yeah. So just turn the guy heel or let him go.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like no matter what, every fucking step of the way, he's just being shoehorned into positions that he doesn't fucking deserve, or he just disappears for fucking 3 months and then comes back.
Yep.
And then wants to continuously talk about how, oh, I'm a rising star. Bitch, you wasn't a rise. The biggest push you've had in WWE is winning the $1 million championship. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you can tell I'm a little frustrated.
Just a little bit.
But let's talk about the Survivor Series card. Let's kick it off. I believe we only have 4 matches. Let's kick it off with the match that nobody cares about other than
Well,
how.
hold on now. Before we do that,
Oh, okay.
there's one more surprise thing, or one more thing I want to talk about before War Games,
All right.
because we did actually have a beautiful surprise return last night, and it was right after the Survivor Series match. And I'm truly looking forward to how this story continues, because it's what we should have been getting at War Games. And it was the surprise return of Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now that he's back, could they potentially, I mean, this is wishful thinking, but could they potentially throw anything into War Games with the Wyatt Six and the MFT?
Like you said, man, it's wishful thinking. Like I think me and you especially are spoiled when it comes to pay-per-views because we're used to 13 and 10 and 9 and 8 matches on a card.
Right.
Correct.
But I don't see them doing it because they've just
That's
been
what
so.
we should have received.
It is 100% what we should have received. But are they going to do it? No, because they're so piss poor at making their pay per views matter. Here recently.
But that could be the story that we get between now and Rumble
Yeah,
that helps build the 3 hour SmackDown. So that could be their way of slowly building things up. So
yeah,
it's their process of building things up has been at a serious molasses snail pace instead of the way it should be.
yeah. I mean, you literally have these people who are over because as soon as the lights went out, everybody knew, oh shit, get your phones out.
Yep.
And it hurts me to a degree because we all know how much I love Bray Wyatt. I mean, for Christ's sakes, it's my firstborn's name is going to be Bray. So it hurts me to know that, God damn, what he could be doing right now with John Cena, it hurts my soul because I know that if he was still here and this whole thing was going on, there would be no doubt in my mind who his final opponent would be. Because you
Yep.
want to talk about somebody that deserves it, who honestly is one of John Cena's most underrated rivals of all time, is Bray Wyatt. So to see Howdy and Joe Gacy and all these guys, it makes my heart smile, but it also makes me tear up at the same time because I know Bray is in Valhalla looking down and he's like, "Oh my goodness, how I wish I was there." Um, but like you said, maybe that's the build for the 3 hour SmackDown. Nobody asked for SmackDown to be moved to 3 hours, but it's happening anyway. Um,
I have one small question.
what's
Okay.
that?
So at the point last night where Miz pulled the name out of Nick Aldis that ball and he
The
switched it
Tumblr.
with his.
Yep.
I you know I'm curious on who the name actually was, and I know it sounds stupid, but I'm just curious on wondering why. Well, I mean, I get why they didn't show us, but I wonder what that name was.
Knowing them, it was probably a fucking blank sheet of paper that they just threw in
Probably,
there and told Ms. Hey, grab this one and put your name in. Um, but you are right. That's intriguing to know if somebody's name was on that ball, then who was it? And why the hell does Nick Aldis keep refusing to take R-Truth's balls?
yeah.
That's my big question. I mean, those are beautiful balls. So I don't know why Nick Aldis refuses to take R-Truth's balls. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It frustrates me. But yeah, like you said, it would be interesting to know who that name is. But moving forward, let's talk about this Survivor Series card. There's literally only 3 matches on this card, 3 out of the 4 that I care about, which isn't too bad. So I'm gonna start with my least anticipated match of the night, and that is Stephanie Vaquera, La Paramera versus
It's eye candy. That's about it.
Nikki
Yeah.
Bella.
As much as I hate to say that, it's eye candy.
Yeah, that's all it is. This match really doesn't have a build. I mean, it does, but
If
not
for
really.
some reason Stephanie loses the belt tonight, I might actually turn the damn show off. Because
Here's
that's going to be a setup for just a disaster of a pay-per-view.
here's
And I'm just
here's
going to
the
say it now.
here's the thing. What if WWE throws that swerve? But the only way I could see that swerve happening is because Nikki wants Brie to come back. What if Brie returns and helps Nikki win that belt?
I wouldn't give 2 shits.
Yeah, I would
No,
still,
no, no,
like,
no.
that's not the return I would hope for. I still might turn the pay-per-view off. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, for show purposes, I would grit my teeth and just cuss under my breath. Um,
And see, my kids are gonna be watching the pay-per-view tonight with me, so I might really be in trouble.
oh yeah. Oh, he can't. Oh, he can't. He can't release none of the language that he wants to use. That's the best part
Well,
right
with
there.
it being Cena's last pay-per-view, Allie wants to watch it with me, so yeah, might be in trouble tonight.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun night for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my least look forward to match. Um, like you said, Drew, it's just fucking. It's put on the show to be put on the show. All it was. Um, Nikki Bella is not a good wrestler. We all just like her because of how big her tits are. Let's be honest. Um, Stephanie Becker is also a fantastic wrestler, but we all know why she's there. It's to get that devil kiss pop.
Mm.
That's the only reason. I mean, genuinely, like she's talented, but is she talented enough to be like an actual viable women's champion? In my opinion, no,
Not yet.
because they haven't fucking used her right, and so they literally just put the title on a catchphrase, just like they did with Jey Uso. So, not knocking Stephanie Becker, she's fantastic. Is she title ready? No. Um, was she the best option at the time? Yeah, but that's not saying much. When you compare AEW's women division to WWE's, it's fucking mind-bogglingly different. Um, it's not even
Very.
it's not even a comparison. They are just fucking brilliant. Over there at what they're doing with their women's division. And like I said, I could give two shits if Nikki Bella comes back and says, I'm back. I don't give a shit. You shouldn't be a Hall of Famer and your sister shouldn't
She's
be.
better on the microphone. That's about it.
Yeah. Like you shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame and neither should be your. The fact that those two are in the Hall of Fame, but somebody like fucking, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't, is Brian Pillman in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Somebody like that isn't in the Hall of Fame, but the fucking Bella twins are? Are you shitting me? Like,
Well, I mean, let's face it. Stephanie, not knocking Stephanie, but I mean, the only reason why she's champ right now is because Liv got hurt.
Or
Had Liv,
Naomi had to get the title up because she's pregnant.
well, wasn't wait. No, you know what? You're right. Liv wasn't champion when she got hurt. My bad. Edit that part out.
nah, like you said, I just, was she the best option at the time? Absolutely. Could she get better with time? Yeah, but you have to give a fuck about your champions,
Right.
to make us give a fuck, and they just don't. That goes for the fucking U.S. championship as well. Ilya Dragunov, each time you put him in the ring, puts on match of the night.
Yeah, but you got people in the back that are saying that they don't want to go up against him.
Well, boo fucking who? You work too fucking hard. He's too stiff. It's wrestling. Quit being a bitch and go out there and work. That's what you're here for, is to be better and to elevate yourself. Quit being a bitch.
Yeah, it's like a football player going out there saying, "Oh, I want to play, but I don't want to get tackled."
Exactly. So for people saying that, oh, I don't want to go out there because his matches are just too mentally dry because he's too damn good and y'all can't actually wrestle and he's wrestling circles around you, that's not his problem.
Yep.
See, I wonder if they'll give us a surprise match from him tonight or something. Maybe
They might do it.
Something.
We need something, man, because after Full Gear, I mean, like I said, I know we glaze AEW so much. Full Gear was my favorite pay-per-view of the year, over Mania, over everything.
All In was pretty good.
They have to do something to fucking. They got to do something.
Well,
they're just keeping their head above water at this point.
Well, I mean, for one, I mean these pay-per-views, like you said a little while ago. I mean, we grew up in an era where
there was at least 10 matches on the card.
Where we had 7 to 9 matches on the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Now you're going to 4. I mean, come on! I'm paying $30 to watch 4 matches. I mean, you might as well just discard all your pay-per-views and just do all your do all your pay-per-views on Raw and SmackDown. Really,
Yeah.
And well,
You
here's the
know, saying that
thing.
minute, minute.
There's more matches on Raw and SmackDown than there is a PLE.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And sometimes longer matches.
How the, I mean, okay, no kids in the room. How the fuck is that reasonable or passable or acceptable?
I would love to sit down with whoever is the creative writers and just ask that question. Why have you transitioned to that style when it comes to PLEs?
I tell you what, this show ever gets big enough to where we can sit down with a creative team, that'll be our last sponsored show and the biggest show we've ever done. Because I'm not gonna go in there and be like, "Hey guys, thanks for coming on. Thank you for being on our show." I'll be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
why Triple H isn't asking this question is beyond me. Why everybody, even the superstars, why aren't the superstars? Because in the Attitude Era, if they didn't like something, they'd look at you and go, "I ain't doing that shit. Stupid.
Yeah.
Don't make no sense."
They had a pair, they would go up and complain.
Yeah, and now
But
you
if
just
they went
got
up and
the
complained, they would have a potential solution behind it. Let's do this instead.
yeah, and even in the era that I grew up, the mid to late 2000s, if somebody didn't like something going on, somebody would walk up and say, "Hey, I'm not doing this. It's fucking stupid." And the fact that I mean, just on Unreal, for example, I know if you guys remember that show, which was brilliant, can't wait for season 2. The scene where Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte get heated, the way that Triple H says, "Oh, I need her to go to apologize. That's not how we handle shit back, here." Buddy, when you was wrestling, how we handled shit was we waited till you got back in that locker room and then we beat the shit out of you.
Yep.
So don't be
We
coming at
can
Tiffany Stratton like it's all on Tiffany Stratton when she's the one that lit Charlotte's ass on fire in that promo. Tiffany didn't lose her fucking words. It was Charlotte that was stepping all over herself and making herself look like a fool. So I'm just so tired of these people that run this company and that say, "Oh, we're creative," right? No, you're not. You lied on your fucking resume. That's what you did.
Yep.
Because I'm telling you, when I could take you, me, John, and my friend Nathan, and we could make a better year of TV than WWE could do in 2 years. That's sad. But like I said, Drew, who you got to win this match, man? La
Um,
Palmera versus Nikki Bella.
oh yeah, we're sticking with La Primera because I just don't see any way that Bella could do anything with the title. I don't see a story continuance with her as champ.
Here's the thing, man. We are talking about a woman who fumbled the bag with fucking John Cena. So I can see her being the petty bitch that she is because she's awful. I don't like the person she is. I think she's snotty. I think she can't wrestle. There's a lot of things that I could say about that woman. But I could see it somewhere in her return contract that she has to get one more title. I don't want to see it. I don't. If it happens, then just send Stephanie to fucking SmackDown or something. Let her go wrestle with, because we're gonna be doing our most improved list. That's why I'm trying to run through this episode so I don't have y'all here all day. And Jade Cargill belongs on that list. Regardless of what we say, she has been brilliant over the last couple of weeks with her, intensity and stuff. But like I said, I'll save you for last. But like you said, we're going with La Primera because there's no other fucking choice that makes sense. So, John, give me what you're thinking on this match, man, and just give me your opinion and who you got for winning.
Well, I mean, I'm with you guys. I mean, it's probably gonna be the least match I'm worried about.
Yep.
I I think Stephanie retains.
Yeah.
Would I be surprised if they pulled some dumb shit like I'd said, having freaking somebody interfere to help Nikki. It wouldn't surprise me, but I see Steph retaining. It makes no sense to have Nikki win it. It really don't.
No, it doesn't at all. And like we said, La Primera all the way. And if she does lose, then boy, do we got a show to talk about next week. Next match, I'm gonna go in just I guess order that I would book the show. If we only got 4 matches on the card, I think you put the women's war game match on first. Um,
Well, I don't know how they're doing the card order. I know I seen some tweets or something that Punk is pushing for the women's to be the main event.
I don't care about that match as much as I do the men. The only reason he's pushing for it to be the main event is because his wife's in the main event. If that gets done, love you, Punk, but I don't care enough for them to be the main event. Plus, they haven't had that big of a build. Like at least the men have had this, going on for a couple of weeks. The women have just been like, "Oh, we're here," and then war games, and then advantage match. What?
Well, the women's match was built in literally 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah. With Lesnar being involved in the men's match, I don't see that being if this was a 2-night event, okay. But with it only being one night, I don't see this being something he would allow not being main event.
yeah. So I think in the order it goes, I think they'll go women's war games first. Nikki and Stephanie, Cena and Dom, and the men's war game match.
Yeah.
But I will go in I'll just go in order with singles match, and then we'll save war games for last.
Okay.
John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. For John Cena not being there, besides 2 weeks for this whole feud, they've done a really good job of building this matchup.
Yeah.
And credit to Dom because Dom's done it all by himself. I think his work in AAA. There was also a AAA show last night that had no English subtitles available, so I had to sit there and I tell you what, it wasn't aggravating. I will tell y'all what, it wasn't aggravating because Spanish commentary is fucking hilarious.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Because somebody will hit a drop kick and they will act like it was a Canadian destroyer through a flaming table off a roof through a pane of glass. And it is fantastic. And Drew definitely missed out. There's a team called Los Toxicos. Oh, wow. That's all I'll say about that. Google it if y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
YouTube's a great thing.
God, good God. So credit to Dom for everything he's doing in AAA as the mega champion. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't see him defended on WWE because it's not a WWE belt." Watch AAA events; he does a lot over there, and it's brilliant, fantastic. A Grande Americano, I will say before we talk about more about Dom, is over like a motherfucker in Mexico.
Yes, he is.
He is like the Hulk Hogan of Mexico right now. And that's a big statement, but it's honestly gotten that big.
Yep.
Like when he came out, him and Mr. Iguana got the biggest pops of the night last night. And that match that he had with Vikingo started off really slow last night, but it was fucking brilliant. And I just have to say it again. Kudos to Ludwig Kaiser. Because who the fuck else could make this work? He is a German guy pretending to play a Mexican guy that pretends that he's from America.
Well, they got 3 different guys playing it. They got him. They've got fucking
They got one guy playing a Grande Americano right now. You got Bravo and whatever the fuck his name is. The other one that's played by Tyler Bate and Pete
Dunne.
Yeah. So could be the Ludwig Kaiser right now because damn. And he actually makes me care. His group I care about. Like him, I care about. Even on WWE TV. Like he makes me care. So kudos to Chad Gable and everything he was able to do. But when Chad Gable comes back, don't give him this gimmick back. Keep it on Ludwig. Because he's doing a fantastic job. Other than dropping the bag with Tiffany Stratton. But that's another story.
I mean,
But
Yeah.
with John Cena, we only have 2 matches left, guys. 2.
I hope he wins his final two.
I think he loses here. I think he loses his last 2 because Natalia said it best. I don't know if you guys saw her interview. I think it was with Stephanie McMahon. It was with somebody. But she said, knowing John like I do, and I've known John for over 20 years at this point, he's not going to want to win his last match. He wants to give back. He recently went to her school, and he said, text her and was like, "Hey, I want to come to your school." And she was like, "Well, I can, make a date where we can just give you a key." And he was like, "No, I want to be in there with your students." And she said, for that guy to be as busy as he is, he showed up 15 minutes earlier. He shook everybody's hand, and he stayed there for hours and just poured in
Yep.
everything he could. John Cena is the epitome of what a human being should be. Like, in my mind, other than my dad, you look at a man like John Cena. If you take a blueprint for everything that a man should be, my dad and John Cena are the perfect example of what a man should be. And this hurts my soul. We got emotional last week, man, and I'm telling you that 5-year-old kid isn't ready. 22-year-old me is like, okay, you've done it. Thank you. Give him his flowers. He needs time. He needs to go. He needs to rest. 5-year-old me is not ready. And I got 2 more times to see him run down that ramp. And I'm not ready for it. And I think he loses tonight. Because for the simple fact that we're in San Diego, it's Dom, he's kind of over. And I think we need to build I think what we're getting, and a lot of people are glazing over this, I think Rey Mysterio retires at WrestleMania 42 or 43.
Yeah. I can see it happening.
And I think the only person that he would let retire him is Dominic. So let Dominic take the belt off of John tonight because we already got the Grand Slam Cena, never seen 17 Grand Slam thing that happened. There you go. That's all we needed. And then you can build from now until Mania on that Rey and Dominic story. You could have Rey come in AAA and take the Mega Championship off of him if you wanted to. That way, it could be title for title, career versus titles for Rey Mysterio. And that to me is
And then whoever wins that could technically be King Luchador.
Yeah, the stipulation could be career versus king of the Luchador. Whoever wins is king of the Luchadors, and if Rey loses, he's done.
He's got to retire.
So, and I know a lot of people are saying, well, if he was going to retire, why wouldn't he do it in San Diego? Because number one, you're from a business standpoint, you want it to be on your biggest show of the year.
Yeah, you want something to be.
Yeah, you want people to come in and you want people to buy the fact that,
that would be something that would sell some tickets for sure.
Yeah. So that's the way I would book it. Just have John lose and then let's build towards Dom and Rey at Mania. I think it's fine. And I don't think that Cena, number one, because in the bottom of my heart, I truly think Gunther is winning this Last Time Is Now tournament. And I don't want to see Gunther hold the IC title again. But like I said, the guy, the out of the 4 that are left, the only guy that makes sense to me is Gunther. So, because I know John's best friend, LA Knight over there, makes a lot of sense to a lot of people. Solo makes a lot of sense to me.
Well, I think Solo makes the most sense because he's the youngest. Gunther's already been champ.
Yes, but here's the thing that people forget. Half of the people that were in this fucking tournament have already been champions. So we can't
Well, they all have, except for Knight.
We can't say, okay, exactly. We can't say, well, he's already been champion. It makes no sense. Gunther needs something.
Everybody in the tournament that's remaining has been some form of belt holder. They just haven't been world champ. they've all held at least the United States champ out
They've
of
always, yeah, they've all been mid Carters at some point.
Yeah.
And so I keep seeing online, well, Gunther's already been world champion. What does that do to benefit him? The people that are saying it doesn't do anything to benefit him are looking at it one sided. Gunther came back from this nose surgery. We don't want him to be, the villain, the classic European heel anymore. He needs something to say, I'm back, and I'm back with a vengeance.
Right.
What better way to put a new stamp on Gunther? Yes, he was world heavyweight champion, but let's be honest, his world heavyweight championship reign because of booking was kind of dog shit. Both of them. Because wait, is he a 1-time or 2-time?
Who?
Yeah, he's a 2-time. Okay, wanted to make sure I got my facts straight. Both titles were kind of dog shit. Not his fault, booking's fault. So what better way to put him over and bring him back than to say goes out on the following Monday after Saturday night's main event. You see all these kids with John Cena shirts, even if they're plants, put them in that front row. Put him in that front row, have him grab a microphone, get out of the ring and look him dead in the face and say, how does it feel to know that I'm the man that took your hero away from you?
Yeah.
Right there. Right there. You got a new Gunther. You got him being the new top heel. And it just makes the most sense because Solo's young, yes, but dude, the only reason we care about Solo is because he was mini Roman for a while. Like,
Yeah.
God love him. He's probably the weakest member of the bloodline in the entire family. If they would have booked him like they booked Jacob Fatu coming in, it would have been different, but they didn't. Of course, he was in NXT for a while, so we all knew who he was or whatever, and we all knew who Jacob Fatu was. But when Jacob Fatu debuted, the difference between him and Solo was you literally thought this guy was like he literally just broke out of jail and showed up on SmackDown. Like you thought he was an unhinged monster.
Right.
And they didn't do that with Solo. And poor Solo, as much as I like Solo, is the weakest member of the bloodline. Out of his entire family, I would honestly say that. Because you have a guy who's still in your uncle's move who I'm pretty sure by the time you were born might have already been dead. I'm not too completely sure about that, but I'm, kind of almost certain. Or at least you were very small when he was gone. You're trying to be Roman with this group, and you guys got to win. And like I said, if they didn't win on SmackDown last night, it would have killed their momentum. And I'm glad that they're getting a spot with the fucking Wyatt Six, but Solo as a main event guy doesn't make sense to me. Just like LA Knight doesn't make sense to me. Jey Uso doesn't make fucking sense to me because dude can't work in a singles capacity. So the only guy that makes logical sense here in this tournament is Gunther. So just get the title off Cena because I don't want to see it on Gunther. We've already had him be the longest reigning IC champion of all time. And then let the story be that, John Cena is not allowed to show up for those couple weeks that we got in between now and Saturday night's main event. So have Gunther shit talk him the entire time and then walk out there and have a really competitive match with him and then beat him 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And there you go. You got your new top guy that adds. It's going to do what the streak should have done for somebody if it had not been Brock Lesnar.
Right.
It's going to give them that, you know what? Yeah, I did this. Fuck you type of thing. But moving forward, I want to talk about the women's War Games match, which is the least expensive. Oh, I've been fucking talking too much. The least least exciting, goddamn match. In terms of War Games capacity that I think I've ever seen because it really hasn't had a build up. That's the women's match. You got Becky Lynch on one side. You got Last Legend, Nia Jax, and I believe who else am I missing? The
Uh,
Kabuki
yeah,
Warriors,
Oscar,
right?
Queen. Yep. Becky Lynch, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend on one side. AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky.
Yeah. So I think the baby faces get the win here. Just because I don't see AJ coming back. We know she has a part-time contract and only shows up for big events. So I don't see her losing this match. I don't see it happening, but I could be wrong. Do I care either way? Not really, because this, like I said, this build has kind of been meh. I mean, I popped when AJ came out, but these final two were so predictable. When
Yeah,
they were doing that build
they
up,
were.
that it kind of fucking fell flat for me. And a lot of people say, well, the men were predictable too. Not really. Not really. We could have thrown anybody in there, you
Yeah,
know,
there's quite
and
a few names running for the men.
yeah, quite a few. So it wasn't as predictable as the women. Um, but yeah, uh, I got the baby faces winning, and John, I'll go to you. Um, what do you think about the women's War Games match, and are you excited for it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the match is going to be great. My only thing, like, and I know I'll probably get critiqued for this, but I would have the heels win on account of a turn by Io Sky to join the Kabuki Warriors.
I don't think the Kabuki Warriors will be around much longer. Um,
Never know.
if you pick up on the subtle details, I think Kyrie's going to turn on Asuka at some point.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen sooner or later.
So I get where you're coming from, but that would just feel like a fucking lazy booking decision. To have that happen because it would make no sense. They turned on her, and then a few months later, she's like, "Oh, we're all goody goody now." What the fuck? Um, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from. But like I said, I don't think.
I don't know. I just like seeing stuff. I like seeing turns. Turns. I like the turn stuff.
I do too when it makes fucking sense.
Or Alexa turns on Charlotte.
The only turn that makes sense in this show is Jay Uso. It's the only turn I could see happening.
Maybe Cody, dude. Maybe Cody.
Cody's not turning heel yet. As much as I want to see it, he's not turning heel until we can get one of the big baby faces back over on to face him. And I think there's only a handful of people that could face him. I don't see them turning Drew face. He works too good as a heel. Um, as much as I want to see that heel turn, I don't think they're gonna give it to us. Not yet, anyway. But you had the women winning on the account of uh Io turning and joining the Kabuki Warriors.
What's that?
You had the women winning on the account of Io turning and joining the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I don't know. I just think about different things. I think the women, the faces win, but I mean, if they wanted to throw that as a curveball, I mean, that would work for me.
I mean, it would work, but it literally makes no sense. So, but that's what WWE does best. They don't do the shit that's logical. So you might be onto something. Drew, how do you feel about it, man? What's your prediction and how you feeling about the match?
It all depends on who's the anchor for each team.
Yeah.
Because when I look at the people that are involved, the unknown in this is, to me, It's Lash Legend.
Oh, let me see. She is a beautiful black woman. Y'all ever look at her?
Yeah,
Good
she truly
grief.
Well, shit. So is Naya.
The fuck? I got a coupon at the house for an eye doctor. If you need me to mail it to you,
Naya is not that bad looking. Come on, man.
brother, she looks like one of the fucking golems from fucking. She looks like Gollum, just built with a bigger body from Lord of the Rings.
There are
She
nights
like the
where
female Pillsbury Doughboy. Come on now.
there are nights where she comes out and looks good. It's the same as Charlotte. There are weeks where Charlotte comes out and looks good,
Now,
and
I
then there
will
are weeks where
say,
Charlotte.
John, you're right. You're right. Yeah, there are some nights where Nia comes out looking a lot better than others. And when she came out Monday night, she looked a lot better than what she has in some nights. But
y'all, I need to send y'all both the coupon.
when it comes to the match, I am actually going to give it to the heels.
Okay.
That's going to be my surprise for the night. I'm saying the heels for the women's match will get the victory. Now, again, I think Lash Legend will be the overall factor for the heels in this, as it's just her presence with Nia Jax. It kind of reminds me of Taker and Kane
Yeah,
of the tag team, just because of how much of a powerful, destructive duo they can be, because they're both true powerhouses. And they don't
They
really
let
have
Lash do all
that
the
on the
talking.
face side.
Yeah, I can see that.
On that team. And you're putting them both in a steel cage of just mass destruction. So I'm going to give this one up to, as long as there's no injuries, obviously, legitimate injuries, not, scripted injuries. I'm going to give this one to the heels.
I could see that happening. Oh yeah, I need you to grab my phone because I'm gonna need my list here in a second. Yeah, I could see that happening. I can get both of your points. You're right. I think Lash Legend is the deal breaker here. Because she is fantastic. She's what they wish Cargill could have been when she first started out. Although I think Cargill has improved so much, but she is what they wanted Jade Cargill to be as soon as she came in. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Some people do it better than others. Thank you. But yeah, I can see what y'all were saying, man. So maybe, but I still got the faces because I know how dumb WWE's booking is. Moving on to the big match and what I would consider the most star-studded War Games match of all time. You have one team, ladies and gentlemen. You have Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar, and Logan Paul on the heel side.
and Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Andrew McIntyre. Andrew McIntyre. You then have CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and the Usos on the babyfaces side.
Yeah, you got the Zebros.
The Zebros. Yeah.
Sorry, we saw Zootopia.
I'm so glad you said
that.
I gotta give you a virtual fist bump because I'm so glad that you said that. I'm so glad you got the Zebros and the Usos.
Oh my God, they were hilarious last night.
On one side, and you got Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and the Vision on the other side. What a star-studded main event this will be. My first prediction for this match: Logan Paul's going to do something stupid and insane and crazy.
He's jumping from the top of the cage.
Yeah, and he's going to do something that we've never seen before. He's going to do something that we've never seen before, and it's going to blow our minds.
Have a highlight reel.
Because, like, he just blows my mind.
Does Bronson get back up on the cage, though?
No, not again. Not again. Because if y'all remember last year,
yeah, he broke his ankles.
He broke his ankle. So, I don't think he's doing that again.
Or does he have a moment where he's like, "Oh my God, no, I ain't doing that this time."
Yeah.
I
So,
love
and
it.
another thing, after just saying that, guys, we brushed over something that happened pretty big on Raw. Zero Miedo
Yeah, well, yeah, the injury.
Penta is out for 6 to 12 months.
Yep.
Hey, he tried having them put it back in place, but they wouldn't do it.
That's when you be a man and you pop it back in yourself.
Oh, that hurts like a bitch. I've done it.
It fucking does. I'm telling you what. I dislocated my elbow. I'll tell that quick story real quick. I dislocated my elbow. I fell in my driveway. With cerebral palsy, we fall a lot. It happens. So I fell in my driveway getting on the school bus. And I kept saying, man, I broke my elbow. I broke my elbow. They took me to the school nurse. She said, oh, all you need is some water. It's what the bitch would always tell us. We need water. We walk in there with a bone sticking out of our arm. You need water. Fuck, we do. Um, so then I called my dad. I'm like, I broke my elbow. I need to go to urgent care. We were in urgent care for almost 6 hours in the waiting room. So there got a point where I just said, fuck it, out loud. I was like, fuck it. And that's, what are you doing? I said, hold this. And I went, pop. And when I tell you it was the top 3 worst pains I've ever felt in my life, because I had dislocated my elbow, plus broke a little bit of it off, the bone off. Fuck, it hurt so bad. And then when I popped it back in and I started screaming in the waiting room out of pain, that's when they were like, oh gosh, when did he get you back here? And I'm like, motherfucker, I've been sitting here for fucking 6 hours almost. So yeah, you're right about that. It does hurt like a motherfucker. But if anybody was going to do it, it'd be Penta. I was expecting him to grab it and just ram it into the ring post or something. But I'm not so upset that he's injured as I'm upset of what this just fucked up. We were about to get a Lucha Brothers reunion in AAA, and I'm more upset about that than him being injured specifically. But yeah, I hope nobody gets hurt this time around this year, because this is a very dangerous match, regardless of what people want to say. Oh, wrestling's fake. Wrestling, no, it's not. Trust me, wrestling is not fake.
No, the storylines are scripted. If you want my opinion, wrestling is it's more physical than football.
Yeah, they don't get enough credit. Speaking of football, I know I get off topic a lot, but do y'all see what happens when fucking Joe Burrow plays? We don't fucking suck. Anyway,
Y'all kicked like 6 field goals last night.
I don't want to talk about that.
Anyways,
it's the energy. It's the energy.
Yeah, I know. All right, back to rest. Come on.
But yeah, I hope nobody gets hurt. I'll start with you, Drew, because the fans love John's opinions. What do you think's going to go down in this match, man? And who do you got going over?
I think the heels are going to pull it off. Yeah. I think in both matches it's going to be a heel victory. And I think it's going to be a surprising Logan Paul getting the victory.
Oh,
getting the pin. Now, who he pins will be the surprise, because I think it's going to be him either pinning Punk, or it's going to be well, let me rephrase. Whoever is doing the pinning, it's going to be setting up for Mania. So it's going to be...
So you wouldn't say it'd be setting up for the Rumble and then Mania?
No, it's going to be...
Because we still have Elimination Chamber.
I know, but it's going to be leading up to... Because the individuals that are in the Mania poster are in this match.
Yep.
So whoever, for the heel side, that pins whoever from the face team.
Yep.
That is going to be their opponent at Mania.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to predict that now.
I completely agree with you there, because that's usually what they do. But in my experience, and that could be the case where they're all on the poster and in this match, most of the stuff for Mania gets set up at the Rumble. I mean, the whole triple threat last year, main event of night 1, was set up at the Rumble. Um, so I think maybe this, uh, you know what? I'll give my prediction because I don't think I did in detail. I think this is going to set up a Rumble match between Logan Paul and CM Punk for the World Championship. And I
I
think
wouldn't be upset with that.
we're going to get that by Logan Paul pinning the world champion in War Games.
I wouldn't be upset with that at all.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. John, what do you think about this match, man? And how you feeling about the winners and losers?
Well, at first, I really, really thought the heels were going to. I just had a revelation.
Oh, revelation.
Going back to which to Monday night where Lesnar and Drew and the other two clowns kind of coerced Logan into getting in the ring and then backing out and having him go ahead and get the shit beat out of him. What if Logan makes a turn costing the heels because of that incident?
That'd be a surprise for the night.
A surprise that don't make no sense.
Everything I said. Well, you know what? Heels win.
I mean, that is the WWE way of a weird plot twist.
Yeah, I mean he's got a point, but Logan Paul as a babyface doesn't fucking work.
The
He just-
anti-face though.
I don't think he could play anti-face. I think he's wired one way, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, maybe. I'd never say never, but
Because I could see him wanting to get payback though from because John makes a great point. I could see him want to get
Yeah.
payback for them feeling betrayed for them tricking him into going into the ring by himself.
yeah, I mean, I could see that, but I could also see where they're working with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, Logan goes and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck was that?" And Paul Heyman's like, "That was your test, kid. Welcome to the business. That was your all
Yeah, I
right.
mean that as well.
You're gonna get your ass beat, but that's your initiation to the
Right.
heels or whatever. Um, maybe anything's possible, but like
But
I said,
I definitely see Logan getting the pin.
yeah, I like I said, I think that's the perfect way to do it. And he doesn't have to be the one to kind of beat down CM Punk to pin him for three. Maybe it's Lesnar, and then Lesnar goes to pin him, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes a sneaky little snake that Logan Paul is, and pins him 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, and steals the victory and then pisses off Lesnar in the process.
Yep.
That's a dangerous combo. That definitely sounds like a Logan Paul victory.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's what I got booked for right now. But I guess we'll go ahead and end this episode, and then we'll jump over to our top 10 superstars and matches. We're gonna do that all in one video.
Okay.
Just to save some time. It will be a little bit longer, but we'll try to get it done fast. We want to thank you guys so much for watching. This will go up the day of Survivor Series, so you will see this before the show. Tomorrow we will do a recap that will go up on Monday. Because of course we do our regular show on Monday. We do special episodes on Thursdays, which is where you're going to be seeing our end of the year rankings for everybody. So we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Oh, hold on, I gotta go right here. Look at me clicking the wrong buttons.